Remember when AI girlfriends were just text on a screen with a static profile picture? Well, that doesn't have to be the case anymore. NSFW video generation is finally here for AI girlfriends, and honestly, it just takes the experience to a whole nother level. I've already tried this out, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. The platform we're looking at today is Allure, and they've really been working hard on this video generation feature. It's like the key selling point of the platform, and today I'm making it my mission to show you exactly what this platform is capable of. So stick with me on this one because you're not going to want to miss it. Oh, and before I forget, the developers have given me a bunch of subscriptions to give away as well, so I'll explain how to enter that later on in the video. So here we are, welcome to AI Allure, and the first thing you're going to see here is a bunch of featured companions. Now, the styling is a little bit different from a lot of the other AI girlfriend websites out there, but I wouldn't say it's bad at all. You have cards for all these different influencers, some suggested questions as well that you can ask them a bit about their bio. This next part is honestly the coolest thing I've found about their homepage is that the character's profile picture sort of turns into a video, and that character actually sort of comes to life, which really creates this different effect. It's honestly not like anything I've seen before, and it kind of makes it feel like the character is right there. And you can also scroll through a bunch of all these different options here, these categories for characters. Now, as far as I'm aware, users can't create their own characters and share them with the public. You can only create your own characters and just have them for yourself. So all of these different categories that you see along here, these are all made by the developer. So let's go ahead here and talk to Lucia Lopez. So here on the profile, we get a little bit more information about the character. But to be honest, nobody's gonna spend much time on this page. Let's go ahead and start a new chat. And this is actually one of the two ways that you can create the videos here. So before I go and reply to this message, there's a couple of the settings here for the chat. You can turn on NSFW chat mode if you have a pro subscription, and you can also switch between amateur and scoring star there, which I think is actually more to do with the photo generation than the chat. And you can also control whether you explicitly want text or auto detection or specifically images. And you can also choose between how long you want the responses, so let's go ahead with longest. And also you have the creating memories functions as well. What should we go ahead and write here? By the way, just for context, we're supposed to be married here. Lucia, my love, I want to take us away on a 5-star holiday. Smirks. How would that make you feel? I see what she says. Lucia can't help but laugh at your boldness, her eyes sparkling mischievously. How it's a heartwarming. You always know how to surprise me. The thought of basking under the sun rolls with faraway island sounds positively delightful. But let's make sure we have plenty of adventure mixed in with that relaxation time. Okay, well obviously this is a long response, so I'm not gonna read all of this, but you can clearly see they're using a high quality chat model here. The generation time isn't instant like a lot of other platforms, but it's generating fast enough that, you wouldn't be able to read faster than how it's generating. They also have a image option here where you can upload your own photos from your computer or pre-image anywhere else. That's pretty standard stuff. Most websites have this now. So remember, like I said, there's two ways to generate photos and videos. The first way is to click visualize here, and this will essentially turn their chat message into a photo, and then it can become a video. But instead, what I'm going to do is go back and use their specific create image generator. And what this lets you do is have a lot more control over the prompt, and hopefully that's going to result in a better video. So what should we say? On the beach, on an island, sunset, golden hour, outstanding beauty, white bikini. I would say this prompt isn't super detailed, but I have actually set the image quality to be the highest possible, so let's see what happens. I do have an expert mode as well if you want a bit more control over the scale and strength, so let's go ahead and generate this image. All right, so we have our image here. It's pretty much exactly what we asked for: on the beach, on an island, sunset, golden hour, outstanding beauty. I would agree with that. Does it look like the character in the profile picture? Maybe not identical, but it's pretty similar. Okay, so this is the exciting part. Now that we have our image, let's go ahead and click create video. And our video prompt is going to be smiling, sat down on the beach, camera fixed on girl. Now, I'm not really an expert at this, but they do have a lot of documentation about how to best create these videos, so don't worry, you can probably get a good hang of it pretty well. And the main benefit of this is that probably most people are going to use this for NSFW video generation. Actually, unfortunately, obviously, I cannot show this on YouTube, but just know that it's a feature and there are a bunch of pre-made videos. Obviously, you can make your own as well and get anything you want. So let's go ahead and generate this for 5 tokens. once video generation started, it takes a few minutes to generate, and then I'll come back here once it's ready. So here is the video that we asked for from that photo. And honestly, I'm very impressed with this. The prompt for the video was the waves in the background. It was fixed on the girl, and the hair is kind of blowing in the wind, which is exactly what is happening here. So it kind of has this really cool ability to take still images and just kind of bring them to life. And this definitely adds a different level of having these virtual girlfriends, these virtual characters sort of feel more alive. So I'm definitely a big fan of this. This is their best feature by far, and it works really well. So here's the character generation screen. It looks pretty similar to all the other AI girlfriend platforms out there. You know, put the character's name, choose a category, write a short description as well. And the image upload is a pretty interesting feature. So on this platform, there are no animate or cartoon characters, and what you do is upload as many photos as you can of a specific person, I guess, and it will take that and create its own model from those photos, which results in more realistic photo generation and video generation. So I'd actually tried to go ahead and create a character of myself. So here we go, Jess Carlson. I didn't write any of this, so this is AI generated. You are Jess Carlson, the most badass AI girlfriend reviewer in the biz. And I actually, obviously I couldn't use my avatar for the profile picture because that's a cartoon. I used to go from the thumbnail, and this is what it came back with. So curiously, there's actually two people in the thumbnail, which is a bit weird, but I do think it has some sort of resemblance. So how much does this platform cost? Well, it is not cheap at all. There is a free plan, which is pretty much like it says, you just want to discover. You get 15 messages a week, which is not really gonna be enough to actually use the platform. It's more just a taster. You can generate safe word images and create your own custom companion though. And then the pro subscription, which is $29.90 a month. This gives you access to pretty much everything. This is a subscription that you're gonna need in order to be able to use the platform, and it's definitely a lot more expensive than probably most of the other AI girlfriend platforms. Interestingly, you can get a yearly plan, which is 50% off, which is a pretty big discount. So if you do find yourself liking it, then obviously the yearly plan makes a lot more sense. You're gonna save a lot of money. And then something different here, which I haven't really seen anywhere else, is instead of offering a free trial, you can buy a one-day trial, sort of like a day pass, which gives you everything in the pro subscription. So you can essentially try everything out for the platform for just $4.95. So I do like that. I'm a big fan of that. But if that's still too much for you, don't worry, because I teamed up with AI Allure, and they've very kindly given me 5 one-day trials to give away, and also 1 monthly subscription as well for a whole month. So if you want to be entered into the giveaway to win one of these 6 subscriptions, then all you have to do is comment below and type AI Allure review. A week after this video has been published, I'll go ahead and put everyone's names in a hat and announce the draw on my channel. So make sure you subscribe so you get notified when I post the results of the giveaway. So what do I think of AI Allure? Well, it's a very new platform, that's for sure. They only started less than a year ago, but from my discussions with the developers, they definitely have very long-term plans for this platform, and they're really growing quite a lot over the last 2 months. They have some big plans for the video generation. I'd also proposed overhauling the whole website. So this is definitely a platform to keep an eye on for sure. So what do I think about scoring? Well, for girls, I'm gonna give it a 9. They have a lot of pre-made characters here, and the quality is generally pretty good, and I really do love the video profiles instead of the profile pictures. Having the ability to create your own and girlfriends as well is obviously a huge plus. For chat, I'm gonna give it an 8 actually. It definitely works well, and they have a lot of the features of the other platforms, but in terms of the characters and the prompts and the customization for the chat, but obviously in terms of features, I feel like I can't really give it anything less than a 10. It has arguably the most cool feature across all of the platforms right now, and it really makes your conversations with the girls sort of feel more alive. The only thing that I think it's missing at the moment is the voice element of it, but I'm very confident in this platform is only going to get better over time. So if you're watching this video a few months after it's been published, then I highly recommend you click go link in the description, and I guarantee you it's going to be so much better than it is at the moment. But that's going to do it for today. Then you can try out the platform right now at the first link in the description. Huge thank you to Mark Ward for supporting me on Patreon. If you want to support me and get a shout out at the end of the videos, then there's a link to that in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.